It's quickly becoming one of the biggest tourist attractions in Apache Junction. Motorists from as far away as Maine and Washington State are pulling off the road to gaze at something out of their past, something they never thought they'd see again. What is this magnet that's drawing people like moths to a flame? Low gasoline prices, possibly the lowest in the state. At the Speedy Auto Service Exxon station, the lines are long, and so is the wait. But the reward is worth it. 82.9 cents for a gallon of regular gas.
I was going that way, yeah.
And you just caught it out of the corner?
Yeah, and I seen that sign out there, and I made a U-turn and came back. It's really the cheapest I've seen yet. We could stand a lot of these deals.
I'm very happy to be able to buy it for that, yes.
You're going to be a steady customer now?
Well, as long as possible, sure.
The low prices are putting smiles on people's faces and making the gasoline business more enjoyable for the station's owner.
People are a lot easier to get along with.
How long do you think you can keep the price down?
I have no idea.
As long as the gas holds out?
As long as the gas holds out, right.
How's the acceptance been so far?
Everybody likes it.
Parker says he's going to continue to sell his gas at the low price until he runs out. He admits that he's not making much money, but he's sure making a lot of friends. Peter Van Sant, Cool News 10.
Well, it looks like our city's old Phoenix bird is going to get a makeover, kind of like a new you.
Yeah, again, for about the 9th or 10th time, I think. Dave Muncie is live right now, again, with the man who's responsible for it. Dave?
Nice bird, Dave.
Well, actually, not exactly the guy that's responsible for it. This is the artist that drew the bird. With me right now is Don Budd, the Phoenix City artist, and who actually came up with the idea for the latest bird that we're holding between us right now, Don?
Well, I'm the one that conceived or designed the bird. Mark Hughes and I have several months ago, almost a year ago, I guess, had decided that the city had so many birds, there's at least 8 to 10 birds that various departments in the city use, that we've tried to develop one that would represent all the departments in the city that we eventually will be able to utilize on all facets of the city, cars, stationery, everything.
We had Richard McKee out earlier today, and he got a couple of shots. We'll roll the tape here. Here's one at the Sky Harbor now. They have their own out there, right?
Right. Yeah, it's another one of the many Phoenix birds.
What is it? Anybody can come up with one. We don't really have an official bird in Phoenix or a symbol for it, do we?
No, not at the present time. We don't.
Here's one on the police car right now. That's actually about the most official that we have, isn't it, Don?
Probably, yes.
I guess I saw you hesitate. Maybe we'll call that at least the most recognizable. So this is the way the new one looks right now. We'll get Richard to come back at us here and get a look at it. This is the latest one. It's on the mayor's stationery right now, but not all around the city. So I don't know if we're going to see much of it in the future either, but we'll keep our eyes open for it.
Okay. Thank you, Dave.
Okay.
No small amount of money that goes into building a freeway. The Papago is no exception. Yesterday, though, our state picked up a big chunk of money to help see that construction through. Ron Hoon is live to let us know what the extra funds may mean. Ron?
Well, you know, Deborah, it was just 2 weeks ago at a site just beyond this fence that government officials gathered to formally kick off work on the Papago Freeway's Inner Loop. Well, on that day, there were plenty of smiles, but also some concern about how much money would be coming from Washington to keep the project on the fast track, and just when the money would be coming. Well, for the past few days, while congressmen dickered over various highway projects, the Secretary of Transportation, Elizabeth Dole, held on to $450 million in highway funds. She has now decided to release a portion of that. $65 million, I should add long-awaited dollars, are now on their way to Arizona. So while work continues out west on the Papago as it reaches its way into Phoenix, the health of the Inner Loop project for the time being is now assured. All the land in the Moreland corridor prepares to meet its fate, you might say. So how does the state of Arizona spend $65.1 million on this project? Well, Department of Transportation officials have been meeting to discuss that, and one of the biggest projects that they have wanted to work on is completion of 2 tunnels that would carry water from the Papago to the Salt River project. They would be giant 21-foot tunnels, and they hope now with this money that in the case of flooding, there would never be any flooding on the Papago Freeway. The project now is hopefully able to get underway within about 2 months, and at this point, that is how they plan to spend all of those $65 million, still hundreds of millions of dollars left to go on actually finishing the road. But for now, Carrie and Deborah, that's how they hope to spend this money.
Thank you very much, Ron. Well, with monsoon season already upon us, thunderstorms are becoming more and more common.
Last night's storm did its share of damage across the valley. Len Clements is live in Newscopter 10 with a report.
Bill and Deborah, it seems like the East Mesa Apache Junction area gets more than its fair share of abuse when these darn storms blow in, and last night was certainly no exception. Here's how it looked to us from Newscopter 10 as we flew overhead this morning. This trailer was ripped right off its foundation and flipped completely upside down by the violent windstorm. Other mobile homes in the same park also received substantial damage. Now, high winds down power lines, leaving thousands of East Valley residents literally in the dark. Flooding was another problem. More than 100 homes were damaged to some degree by floodwaters, a direct result of the violent, intense rainstorm. And we even found a section of the Central Arizona Project Canal under construction washed out in East Mesa. So quite a bit of damage, especially out on the east side of town, a lot of heavy rain. And if we take a quick peek off to the east right now, we can see there are some more thunderstorms building up over the McDowell Mountains and over the Superstitions to the east of the valley.
Well, the fog was so thick this morning that Sky Harbor Airport had to be shut down. Can you imagine that?
I can't imagine that. It was hard driving to work. John Kane is there right now with an update. John?
Well, as you said earlier, this is not the sort of thing you expect to happen in Phoenix. In London, maybe, but not in Phoenix. We should say at the outset that right now, Sky Harbor Airport is open. Planes are landing and taking off, but some takeoffs are being delayed because on two separate occasions this morning, the airport was at least partially closed because of fog. The first time was between 4 o'clock and 7:30. That didn't cause much trouble because at that time of day, that early in the morning, there are very few commercial flights landing or taking off. After 7:30, the fog lifted and it moved in again around 9 o'clock. And an airport spokesman said that some incoming commercial flights, he didn't know exactly how many, had to be diverted to Tucson. Also, at one point, 23 airliners were sitting on the runway here waiting to take off. Now, as you may be able to see around us, the sky is starting to clear up, and as we said, the airport is once again open. But Bill and Susan, there will be some delays in takeoffs this afternoon because of the delays caused earlier by the fog.
Thank you, JC.
Hope you're able to make it back to the station all right.
I'll manage somehow.
Thank you.
Well, you can catch a happy hour just about anywhere these days. It's a time when bars offer drinks at lower prices and sometimes throw in some free food as well. They usually draw quite a crowd. But despite their popularity, Linda Williams is live now to tell us about some people who would like to make happy hour go away.
That's right, Carrie. I'm live at Oscar Taylor's on 24th Street in Camelback. And at 5 o'clock on a Friday afternoon, their happy hour, which does include, as you said, lower drink prices and free food, seems to be working. It's as busy and crowded in some happy hours establishments as it is on the Superstition Freeway around this time. But some are worried that lower drink prices lead to more consumption by bar patrons during happy hours and therefore more of a chance of a drunk driving accident. The local chapter of MAD, or Mothers Against Drunk Driving, wants Arizona's Liquor Control Board to eliminate the advertisements for happy hours or cheap drink specials. MAD says that ads touting 2 for 1, drink and drown, or happy hours is inducement advertising and should be banned. But the superintendent of Arizona's Liquor Control Department says several states have tried restricting language in bar ads, and it hasn't worked.
I understand some states that have struck down certain language, then pretty soon another set of words will crop, like the Sunday afternoon social club is meeting tonight, or, you know, you're just playing with words.
With me live is Mike Jalitz. He's general manager of Oscar Taylor's. He's going to talk to us a bit about the happy hour controversy going on right now. Mr. Jalitz, do you think that happy hours could be contributing a bit to the drunk driving problem?
I think it depends on the establishment. If a place like Oscar's, people come here for the quality food, the quality service, our prices are modestly reduced. You take these other places that are doing your double bubble, 2 for 1 type of things, a problem could occur there, yeah.
Do you think a bar should be allowed to advertise drink and drown, 2 for 1, that type of inducement to get patrons to come in for happy hour?
Once again, it depends on the establishment. I personally don't like it myself. You know, the type of establishment we're running here isn't like that at all. We don't advertise, you know.
All right, thank you very much for being with us, Mr. Babbitt. Well, back east is where this anti-happy hour sentiment seems to have started. The states of Massachusetts and New York are seeking to ban lower drink specials, and New Jersey already has a ban on 2-for-1 drink specials. So who knows, this anti-happy hour sentiment may make its way to Arizona in the coming months. But Deborah and Carrie, Superintendent Robertson told me this afternoon that it's not likely that we'll see any banning of happy hours without some serious legislation behind it.
Okay, Linda. You wonder why they call it happy hour? I think we just saw.
There's a guy making a lot of weird faces behind you.
It's so loud and so happy I can't hear a word you're saying.
Okay, Linda, thanks.
Well, we don't get a chance to say this very often. A strong winter storm has brought its white touch to the edge of the Valley of the Sun. Valley of the Snow.
And snow. Len Clemens reports live from Newscopter 10 that you're not going to believe this, but snow has fallen on areas just north of our city. I haven't heard of this ever happening before. Len, have you?
Deborah and Carrie, I've lived in Arizona for a dozen years now, and this is probably the most snow I've ever seen on the Superstition Mountains just east of Phoenix. Let's take a look outside live from Newscopter 10. The clouds have just lifted enough, and just in the last rays of sun, we can get a look at this beautiful mantle of winter white capping the Superstition Mountains. Now, the snowfall has caused some problems up to the north of us. In Flagstaff, they have about a foot of fresh snow on the ground right now, and there's also been some problems for motorists heading up north. The Department of Public Safety is advising anyone traveling to the North Country along I-17 from Camp Verde up to Flagstaff. Chains or snow tires are recommended, along with I-40 west out of Flagstaff to Ashfork, and also up towards the White Mountains along State Route 260 from Payson up to Heber. Chains or snow tires are very highly recommended. So a beautiful mantle of winter white. We should have Dave Muncy along here, I believe now. Okay, Dave Muncy is not quite ready for us, so Deborah and Carrie, he'll be back with the latest details on the weather here pretty soon, but just a beautiful sight out here this evening.
Okay, Len, thanks for showing us a beautiful view. Isn't that gorgeous?
Absolutely gorgeous.
Like, I wish I'd given you my camera and you could take some pictures from up
we're
there.
going to snap some here from the still camera in just a minute.
Okay.
Busy hands, busy minds. But these Deer Valley students don't consider learning about computers work. For some, summer camp this year will mean computer camp, given at 10 different Valley locations by an outfit called 2002.
Why is it that somebody that was in school all year would want to go to more classes this summer?
Because it's fun.
The amazing thing with the kids is they're not intimidated. You and I as adults, we're easily intimidated by the machine. It's the black box, the mystique, you should be an Einstein and all of these things. That certainly isn't true. And we found that out with the youngsters.
Small classes ranging from beginning to advanced cost anywhere from $35 a week to $125. There are even classes for adults if you're so motivated. There's no problem with motivation for the younger set.
It's sort of easy to cheat on math because you can do a program and you can do your math on it.